Born in Uzbekistan, where they fight at weddings, here is Kazakhstan's Shavkat Rakhmonov, one of the best welterweight prospects in the world. He has finished every single one of his professional wins. He has never tasted defeat. And even though he is not in any great rush for a championship opportunity, the fan base is. They want this man fighting for the title with immediacy. He's sort of contented to bide his time. This is the big spot here tonight. If he can win this fight and handle this particular stylistic challenge, for my money, there's nothing left. All odds on Kazakhstan Shavkat Rakhmonov here tonight. So Makhachev getting back on the proven ground here tonight, putting his undisputed UFC lightweight championship on the line. So much to love about this man's mixed martial arts acumen, his fight IQ, and you gotta think it's gonna take the very best out of his opponent to wrest the belt away.
Anyone that hopes to beat Makhachev has to be on their game. Your wrestling's gotta be on point, your striking's gotta be on point. But more than anything, you have to have a steel mind. You cannot break in front of Makhachev because he will then drown you. This guy is a champion for a reason. And as you have seen time and time again, Hasbullah joins the Dagestanis in the octagon.
Perhaps that's an X factor tonight. The great Hasbullah in the corner of Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev, he is ready to go. That means so are we for our main event of the evening. Our tail of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. We send it inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC Welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Shavkat Rakhmonov. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Islam Makhachev.
Herbert Dean's in the building. He is the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, early round action here featuring the first Kazakh fighter to sign a contract with the UFC, Uzbekistan's Shavkat Rakhmonov. He's one of the best finishers in the sport. Knockout submissions, he's got them in spades. As far as this matchup was concerned, he said he's gonna take what the opposition gives him. He's never in a huge rush, but more often than not when you fight Rakhmonov, you end up getting finished.
Come on, buddy, keep your hands up, let's go.
Just out of range with the big right hand. First takedown attempt for the wrestler here, and he's able to get the more well-rounded fighter to the ground. So the striker gets a little bit off balance and pays the ultimate price.
But we know this is where this guy wants to be. Now, his opponent is a very good grappler, but this is his wheelhouse. This is where he makes his money, and if he's on the ground on top, he is exactly where he wants to be.
So Rakhmonov's in half guard. Ooh, in position for a submission here.
Every time it hits the ground, this is what he does.
Oh, looks like he's got that arm pinned in the triangle now.
Triangle's there, look at the arm triangle. There's the arm triangle. Look at the arm triangle.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, and the submission defense wins this transition.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Big combination here of ground and pound strikes. Nice work by Rakhmonov. might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in a full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the round.
Oh! Boom! Big jab. Oh, landed some big shots, too.
Strong hook lands. Oh, big left hand there.
There you go. There you go.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Makhachev's back in half guard. Nicely done. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get...
Makhachev's going for that arm triangle. Let's see if he has... Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, so there's the end of the round. The storyline over those previous 5 minutes. Volume takedowns, offensive wrestling.
Yeah, this is an exhausting type of fight. Not only for the offensive fighter, but also for the opponent. Always being under attack, always being defensive, always reacting starts to really wear at your gas tank. It's interesting to see who is more fresh going into the next round.
Fight. Ready.
Here we are, early round 2. Oh, working the inside of that leg.
He's hurt.
Oh, liver kick!
There we go.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Print the shirts, ground and pound.
And another one. Another strike from the top. Lands for him.
All right, dominant position for him here. Full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start
work,
moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Working in half guard here, making these shots count. Makhachev's going for a choke. Oh, it's tight.
Great job maintaining position there. You never want to lose position to chase a submission.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
2 minutes now to go in round 2. He's having his way with him here. All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation. And yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet.
Trying to recover, but he's in a lot of trouble. Hurt him again. Oh.
Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round 1. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace. Back to the feet.
It's been a crazy fight.
All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to...
That was crazy!
Oh, this one could be over soon. Staying offensive off of his back as he lands a strike from the bottom position. All right, round 3 coming up next. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. All right, so after one of the more entertaining rounds in recent UFC history, our next round is upon us. Man, those guys both took some serious damage in that previous round.
They both took some damage, but they both gave it. They both gave it as well as they took it. Let's see who wilts and goes down first.
Well, this fight... Oh, massive diving punch flush to the head. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here.
The hard ground and pound is paying dividends. He has opened up a cut.
It's okay. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
Makhachev has got full mount now. Trying for a submission here. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Also, how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You got to make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission. I mean, these wrestling transitions are beautiful. These guys are really getting after it.
Just over 2 minutes to go. Makhachev's in half guard.
Now he's going full mount.
Well, this is not football. Targeting is legal, and he is going at that cut, which is getting worse with every passing ground stroke. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, I mean, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow. You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the back.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground.
I need you to take the back position now.
Nice.
Oh, how about that strong reversal on the ground? Final seconds of round 3. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, there's the horn, and what a round, champ. We got to talk about the knockdown. When you knock somebody down like that, it got to be kind of fun to strut your way back to the stool.
I mean, you are 10 foot tall. When you can drop another person with a strike, you are 10 foot tall. Now, the issue is he did not find the finish. He used a lot of energy trying to finish that fight.
All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage it.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here is round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Ooh, diving punch lands.
You need to fight back.
Big.
The fight's over.
Makhachev the bad man stop. A nice stoppage win for him here tonight, and the other side just couldn't handle the incoming assault. A flurry of punches, most of them upstairs, and when those big shots land repeatedly, the referee has no choice but to step in and call the fight. We go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 23 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO, Islam Makhachev.
Well, what a win for that young man tonight by TKO, and if the judges were looking at their phones, it's okay. We don't need the scorecards tonight.
We don't need your scorecards. Do as you may, proceed as you may, because this guy knew that he had to finish this fight. That's exactly what he did. He got his